Okay, so here we are again in Berlin. And as always, we're going to start with the Tiergarten, right? And here is the Brandenburg Gate, which a lot of you guys have gone to. So I'm going to show you something a little bit different today with the Brandenburg Gate. I mentioned it yesterday, and you can get the full thing on the same link that you found this video. But this is a little bit of Ronald Reagan in front of the Brandenburg Gate. This is, and you can see also, if you look right there, you'll see that there's the wall behind him. He's standing in front of the Berlin Wall, in front of the Brandenburg Gate, and he's giving this speech. I'm going to let him talk for a minute or two.
If you seek peace, if you seek prosperity for the Soviet Union and Eastern Europe, if you seek liberalization, come here to this gate. Mr. Gorbachev, open this gate.
So that's a very famous speech that he gave, and you should. I didn't include the entire speech, so you don't have to listen to the whole thing. But I think I've got a 2-minute long video that you can watch that includes all of that. So give that a listen. So that is, of course, the Brandenburg Gate, and we mentioned that is real close to the Reichstaggebäude. So I've got a couple of pictures here of the Reichstaggebäude. I mentioned yesterday, like you got the dome, and people gather in the yard in front of it. And of course, Angela Merkel goes there often to work with the Bundestag, and the Bundestag is the parliament that is that works in the Reichstaggebäude. So the Bundestag is the name of their it's basically their Congress, their parliament. This is the Siegessäule, and we've been mentioning it. It's not actually one of the things that you had to look for this week, but several of you have been putting pictures of it. And I thought really what I would show you is that it's, well, one, it's a roundabout, which scares a lot of Americans. Oh, no! But at the top, you have this golden angel, and Sieger means victory. So it's called the victory column, and as you can see, people can go up there. I actually have not been up there. It would be kind of cool. If I go back to the roundabout, you can see that you have to go into one of these little entryways and then go under the ground to go up into it. So, but it would be pretty cool to go check that out. Yesterday, we talked about the Kaiser Wilhelm Church. And so I thought I'd give you a kind of another glimpse of it here. This is actually a pretty old picture, but I mean, it's still the same. Why I wanted to show you this picture is because, for one, if you look behind here, there's one of the locations that are listed as a bonus, and that's called the Bahnhof Zoo. We're going to get to that here in a minute. And down here, it becomes part of what is called the Europa Zentrum, which is also a pretty cool place to go. So actually, I think that's right here. But I wanted to focus on actually the Bahnhof Zoo, because Bahnhof, of course, you know, means it means train station, and this is a large train station in Berlin. The Bahnhof Zoo right here, is just this large train station that is by the, well, what's the word zoo mean? Zoo, of course. So yeah, we're gonna go to the zoo. So right across the street from this very busy location is where you can find the Bahnhof Zoo. And I mentioned yesterday Knut the polar bear, and I included in this link a link where you can just watch him playing with the zookeeper that took care of him. So. And of course, I mentioned yesterday that he had he died at the age of 4. He wasn't very old, so there's a little memorial for him. But Knut, he's awfully cute. So all of that is actually right in this general area. You'll see that there's where the Kaiser Wilhelm Gedächtniskirche is, and then right behind it is the zoo. And the S-Bahn and U-Bahn, of course, is the Bahnhof Zoo. So all of this is right here in the middle of Berlin. The other place we've been going to this week has been Alexanderplatz. So we're going to go to that. And I don't think my picture is quite right, but that's okay. We're going to go up here to Alexanderplatz. And here is the TV tower website. And like I said, you can go inside of it, way up top, and that's the restaurant that's on the inside. And I just think that that's pretty cool. So here's some just general pictures of the TV tower. I'm not going to show you all of them. Right here, you can see where the windows are for that restaurant. And then I mentioned that there was a time when it was painted like a soccer ball. I did not want to be the person who had to do that. That's pretty crazy. So that's the TV tower. You can see it with the world clock in the background. That's a pretty cool view. So and I don't need to show you all of those. So that is it for today as far as locations in Berlin. I hope you are enjoying these videos, and keep sending me your pictures. We'll have 5 new sites next week.